people watching YouTube. Welcome back to our newest episode. I guess it should be episode number 5. And before we start, I would say please leave a like, leave a comment. It really helps the channel. And recently I received a lot of love from you guys. We have views, comments. So feel free to subscribe. Feel free to follow also on Twitch, because at the moment I'm not sure when I'm recording these episodes. So if you want to join, make sure to actually follow me on Twitch in order to not to lose any new updates, any new recordings, etc., etc. So with that being said, we are ready to jump in. One final check to be done in a second. Here we go. Perfect. So now we can start for sure, and let's get back to the place where we left. I hope I saved. Or did I? Wow, that's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, we did save, which is awesome. So, let's start. The goal for today is actually very interesting for me. What I want to check is how far did we get last time? So as I can see, we have already 4 on 4 farm, which is epic. So we can start by first of all checking out our skill tree. Let's see, what do we have? I first thought about maybe I need to go deeper in the skill tree first, but I decided that if I try to get as many available upgrades the sooner I can have them, that will actually help me to get the remaining part faster. For example, to increase the speed of my drone, the speed of crops, etc., etc. So, with that being said, let's check what we already have. We have sensors, we have weather rules, which is awesome. And we can start with the first. We can already farm the speed upgrade. So while we are checking everything else, let's start by having some wood. But I guess for wood, I need a different soil. So let's first change the soil. Perfect. And now try the wood part. So we need 50 wood and 50 carrots. And this will be our plan for this episode. Because in order to have it more efficient, I really need to both expand my farm and make it more adapted to the speed of the drone and so on and so on. Therefore, I think to grind these first available upgrades is really important. So let's then think what should we do further. As soon as we get everything possible, next big thing will be again to upgrade the farm even further to have more of place, and then we can of course do it faster, more efficient. Other plan I do have is to grow multiple resources at the same time. For now, I guess it's not too important because we can simply by the way, that's interesting. This is something I didn't see before, that each carrot actually uses one wood. That's something to take into the consideration. And the way I see it, they're growing 1 to 1. So for each carrot, I need one wood, which already screams some optimization the way I see it. Because if I need it constantly, then I need to grow not, let's say, not to grow only the carrots or the wood. I need to build it this way that I have, let's say, 2 rows of carrots and 2 rows of the wood, which would allow me to farm carrots without losing the other resource, which should be awesome. So we have 60 resources in both sections. So let's upgrade the speed of the drone first. And now we need 500 carrots. And for this already I'm speaking about the same issue, that we need basically 500 carrots and 500 wood. But maybe it makes sense to go for this first. Speaking of this, let's check what we can do. Oh, that's interesting. Good time. That's also so interesting. I didn't think I would need those, but I guess everything comes later on. So what about the rest? Oh, that's nice. I guess I will take an exception here. And I really need to focus on these 2 branches. I just said that I want to go a bit in the upgrade section, but these 2 would also increase our efficiency. And what about this? These are lists. Use list. For us, it's more of an array. But as I said, all of them really require carrots. And we need some optimization for that for sure. So for now, let's start by getting the wood. Okay, so while this is going on, I want to work on this script right here. So let's bring it here. And let's think. We have the tail function ready. And here we can do the following. Else, if we don't need the tail, then we can do the following. If as I understood, now I can use something like this. X should be, let me check my keyboard. Yeah, here we are. X is lower than 2. Then we will have plant, I would say, bush. Here we go. Here should be bush. And else, no else, corn, plant, here, entities, dot, carrot. So the idea here is that if we have the first 2 rows, I guess, then we have the bush to give us wood, and if we have the other 2 rows, we will harvest carrots. And that will result in the fact that we will have both increase in wood, which will be immediately used for the next carrot plantation. And that will equalize the amount of wood I get, but will raise the amount of carrots. Of course, it will raise the amount of carrots kind of slowly, only by, let's say, 50%, which of course could be way better, but I guess that's a good start, because I don't like losing one type of resources because of the another one, which makes it a bit more pointless, for me at least. So what I want to wait is I want to get 500 wood pairs to make a second update of the day. And afterwards, we will do the test of our current implementation, which is having both of them at the same time. So let's see, let's wait for 500. We are almost there. And I would say that should be pretty much easier from that point forward, because carrots and also are very important at the start of this step of the game, should I say. And the way I saw it, I don't really need hay anymore. Maybe I will need it afterwards. We haven't seen yet what resources are required for the next levels. And of course, I don't want to spoil me everything. I'm reading no guides. I'm reading let's see, let's plays or how-tos. I'm generally going through this only with my own knowledge, only with my own experience. So let's see what will bring us forward. In the meantime, we're almost there for the next upgrade to be done. We just need 20 more wood, and I will not stop the drum at any point. Let it continue its job. And yeah, here we are, and we can get what? We can get this, but I don't think it's actually needed at the moment. Oh, we can water plants. That's interesting. We can also expand farm. And we can increase the yield of grass. So, trees. We will need trees for pumpkins. We can also water plants, but I don't think it's needed at the moment. And we can also join the leaderboards, which I haven't even heard about. But okay, let's start, I guess, with this, because I guess it's 1 level, it's 9 level, sorry. What do we have for 1 level? We have not much, I would say. We have this though. Let's get this upgrade first. And we need now 1.25. And we have a new hat. A new achievement, which is epic. But the achievements, I thought about it already. We will do them in the separate episode. And yes, so we will upgrade everything for the achievements, like one separate video of the playlist. Okay, this is some, I guess this is some sort of endgame territory already. So let's focus here. Let's unlock this. We can water now. So it's 1 tank of water has every 10 seconds. Okay, so we have 5 water tanks currently, and each of them has 0.25 inside. So we will need a lot of these in the future, but we unlock a new resource, which is already cool. But for now, I guess we can leave it as it is. Let's see what else can we get. This is fertilizer, which grows instantly. And we can receive either more water or we can receive the fertilizer. And that's a bit interesting. However, I think the main difference will be how fast they actually give us these entries. So for now, let me see what we can also do. We can actually increase our farm as the last thing to do today. So let's stop this. Thank you. Now what I do want to have is a new function. Thank you. Which will say harvest all. Harvest all, which will do the following. It's also going to be this, but this time without the actual true, because I want it to run only once. That's step number 1. And it will have actually the following structure. First of all, it only needs to harvest stuff. Then we can do the following. Let's check our current info. And we can get both X, get both Y. So we can also have something like this, which is epic. Can I copy paste it? Yes, I can. So we are in the west and increases to the east, meaning let's name it to current. Although I don't even need it. I have a better idea. How we can do it? We can do it this way. For X in range, and here I want to have get both X. That's also a function. Thank you. And here I just do move west. West. Perfect. Now I need to do the same. I can delete this now safely. Now I can do this way. Let's drop an enter. And here for y in get post y. Let's check which does it. Yeah, it's already like telling me that my code isn't ordered in the correct way, so that's wrong. Oh yeah, because it doesn't allow me to use this. Unfortunately, to use the shortcut I'm used to in my own development environment. Okay, and this executes one time. So let's see how it works. The only difference is I need to close this, I need to open this, and I need to have get plus y. It increases to the north, meaning we need here to go south. And that's all to get to the basic 0, 0 coordinates, which will allow us to actually do it. So let's try it out. Perfect. Now, the last thing I want to do is, in the end, to be fair, you know what? Let's do it differently. For now, we can just copy this. Copy it here. And we can just name it something like go to start. And now each time I do it, it always goes to the bottom, which is very convenient. Now I can minimize, I can move it around. So this is also done. This is also done. I really like how we did it today. And now the last thing I want to do in this episode is to test out this part. Let's try. Yeah, as you can see, it works as it should. But not quite. As you can see. However, I have an idea. Instead of using X here, we can do get post X. Like this. Now let's wait for everything. Let's do how so. let's go to start. And let's test this one. Perfect. So now we have also the carrot farming without actually losing our tree resource, which is epic. And I guess that's a very good goal for today's video. As mentioned before, please leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure to follow on Twitch. Also, the subscribe will be legendary. And I will see you next week. Have a good day.